This is Ryan Elliott for Boxing Social in association with Betfred. I'm glad to be joined by Irish fighting sensation Stevie and Aaron McKenna today from their home gym over there in Ireland. Lads, thank you for joining me. How are we doing, first of all?
Keeping well. How are you keeping?
Yeah, I'm good. It's just nice to be busy. Like I say, thank you very much for joining me. I appreciate it. You guys are back home during lockdown. You imagine to keep busy in that gym you got there?
Yeah, keeping busy. So we are training away like normal. And the coronavirus doesn't really affect us because we're so lucky to have our house. We're very fortunate to have all this equipment and we can still train away like usual.
And I suppose one advantage you guys have as well over most boxers, other than being able to train still as normal, or you said to me off camera that you haven't missed a session yet, is you still got access to top class sparring with each other as well. How beneficial is that during this time to have each other there to keep that work going?
Yeah, not much has changed for us really because we've been sparring with each other as well. So we're getting huge benefits out of it. Other than the other people, they're struggling, even have a gym to train in. But we're taking full advantage of it, and we spar a lot with each other. We do the work with our dad in the pads. We do everything really as normal. So all's going good for us. We're ready to fight. So once the fighting starts back up, we'll be ready.
Now, lads, I've been told that gym I can see behind you has quite a rich history behind it. A lot of Irish fighters have sort of stepped through them ropes over the years, and it's now there for you guys to work in at home as well. Can you tell me a bit about the history of that ring we can see right behind you there?
Yeah, Renty Monaghan, Barry McGuigan, and Cav McBride all fought in this ring. This ring came from our boxing club in Smithborough here, and it was lying up. It wasn't being used, and it was rotten. And my dad got the ring. It was in Belfast, and he went and restored it and did it up and brought it here to the back of our shed. And it's a really it's a good ring and a lot of history to it, as you say.
How long have you guys had access to that facility there, and to have it so close to your home as well? Like, how did that all sort of come about? How did it all come together?
Like over the year, our father added stuff to this gym, so over the years it's getting better and better. Now it's a top class gym. It's everything we need. I'd say we've had like a good gym since we were about 8. I started boxing when I was 6, so I'm very, very lucky to have all this just at the back door.
No, lads, neither of you have fought this year, and obviously the whole boxing world's currently on shutdown. Fortunately, you've been able to keep busy, but has there been any frustration at all? You're both starting to get some really good momentum in the professional ranks. Has there been that little bit of frustration of being stalled that little bit?
It is frustrating, yeah, but we're just gonna keep ready and go, stay ready and hopefully be back soon. But we're itching to get back as well. It's frustrating not being able to fight, but you have to take all the advantages from it and keep training hard. You can't let anything slip and lie up and do nothing. So we're staying ready and we're ready for a fight.
Stevie, just to stay with you, you've been last year when you turned over, you were blowing people away. I think it's 4-0, 4 knockouts to sort of get your maiden professional year underway. How are you enjoying life as a professional, joining your brother Aaron in the professional ranks now?
Yeah, I'm really enjoying it. I've had a great year last year with 4 knockouts. So I have to keep it going and hopefully keep knocking these guys out, whoever they put in front of me. And over in LA, it's a brilliant lifestyle I have. Training in the wildcard gym with Freddie Roach is like a dream come true, really. So everything's going really well for me at the minute.
That's something I wanted to ask you about, lads. Freddie Roach, I think we all first started to sort of hear this link up around February time. It started to go a bit more public. What is life like with Freddie Roach, and what kind of changes is he trying to make as well stylistically?
Yeah, Freddie Roach is an amazing coach, so the team up with him is going to be brilliant for both of us, and we're going to learn so much being with Freddie. And it's a top class gym, wildcard too. You get all the world class sparring, so Freddie's learning us everything that we need to learn right now. We're both young. We're new enough to the pro game, so there's everything to learn, and it's all about building experience. And in about 10 years' time, when I'm 30, can you imagine the amount of experience I'll have being with Freddie Roach?
Now, what are the main sort of changes he's been trying to make you guys since you went there and started working with him? What are the main things he's been trying to instill in the briefish time that you've had together?
He always tells us to use our reach. We're both really tall fighters. Aaron's 6'2" and I'm 6'1", so we're both huge for the weight classes that we're in. He always wants us to keep our fighters at long distance. Keep them at the end of our punches, and also we work on the inside as well. We can fight any style really. Coming forward, going back. We work on everything. So working with Freddie is you're learning from the best. Freddie's trained 28 world champions and counting. So we hope to be the next world champions for him.
Now, I had the pleasure of sort of meeting Freddie and spending a bit of time around Freddie in the build-up to Josh Taylor versus Ivan Baranchyk when he came over to Glasgow. And even where he is now in his life, he's still got so much enthusiasm for the game. Does that rub off on you? I've never seen someone who just lives, breathes, and enjoys the sport so much as Freddie Roach as well.
Yeah, Freddie's a boxing man, and so are we. Like, we just live and breathe the game, and it's very motivational having Freddie around and having him coach us in the gym. So it's gonna make us better, bigger and better, bring us to the top.
Now, it's not something that we're really that accustomed to seeing with young Irish/UK fighters sort of heading over to the States this early in their career and trying to acclimatise and having all that unbelievable West Coast sparring on tap as well. How grateful are you that you've both sort of based yourselves out there so early and managed to settle in as well ahead of this huge career that could await you?
Yeah, we're very fortunate to be out there this part of our career. So starting over in LA, all the best in the world are over there. A lot of great champions are in LA. So I think we're in the best place we need to be to learn the traits of the pro game. And we're going to take full advantage of it. The sparring we're getting is unbelievable. Having sparred with Lomachenko, Jose Ramirez, sparred with everyone really. So I'm getting great work in with all these top fighters.
Was it difficult to make that sort of adjustment to being overseas at first? Like, how quickly do you guys sort of acclimatise to being in that lifestyle and being out there just living and breathing boxing as well?
Yeah, well, my style was always kind of like a pro style, and then when I was about 16, that's when I first started going over to America, going over and back, and I started to develop my pro style a lot more, and I think I adapted very quickly to it, and the longer rounds will suit me better as I'm getting it going into a fight. The later rounds, I'll be the same fitness as I was in the first few rounds, and my opponent will be getting tired.
Now, lads, it sounds like from what you're telling me, what I can see, you're staying ready for when everything does get back underway. Have you guys thought about what you sort of want out the next 12 months when boxing does resume? Maybe stepping up the rounds or any regional titles or anything you've thought about?
Yeah, at the start of the year, I was hoping to be up in eight rounders by the end of the year. So I'm gonna keep that still the same, but hopefully get a couple of fights now before the end of the year once all this clears over and we're all allowed to fight again. But next year, I want to be pushing big fights and being 10 rounders and touching the top 15, top 20 in the world next year, hopefully.
Yeah, at the start of the year, I had planned to have 5 fights, so I'm still going to try and have that in my head to have 5 fights. So whenever this lockdown's over and we're ready to fight, I'm still going to try and get 5 fights in and hopefully fight for a small title too. And who knows, next year, hopefully try and fight for a world title. There's Patrick Texier with Golden Boy, he's there, so it would be an easy fight to make if I can get up to that level soon enough.
Before we move on to other fighters and other matters, lads, I just wanted to ask you, because I don't think we've had you on the channel before. Have you guys thought individually about what your long-term goals are in boxing, what the dream would be? You know, a lot of Irish fighters want to fight at Madison Square Garden, headline there. A lot of fighters want to come and headline back home. For some, it's about, world titles. Some, it's about money. What specifically do you guys want to get out of this sport?
Yeah, we want to both become world champions and bring world titles back to Ireland. So back in our hometown in Monaghan, we'd love to fight in our hometown sometime. Still out St. Park. It's right beside us here in Clones. That'd be a dream. That's the dream. Bring back world titles, man.
Now, lads, just to talk about other matters, because you touched on it, you've sparred with a lot of world-class fighters. Stevie, I read somewhere that you sparred with not only Vasyl Lomachenko, Ryan Garcia as well. I just wanted to touch on the lightweight division. We'll start with Vasyl Lomachenko. Having been in the ring with him, when you're in there and you're up close, can you just sum up in your own words what makes him so special?
It's everything, really. He has the whole. He has everything. He has his speed, his footwork, his time, and everything. He has it brilliant. So it is. But he's a really smart fighter. When I was sparring him, he's hard to hit, and he's always moving at angles. But I did really well against him. I had to spar him in southpaw. As they were looking southpaw sparring with Pedraza. He's fighting Pedraza, and I told him that I was a southpaw, so I went in with him and got some good rounds in with him. It was a great experience for me. It was before I made my pro debut, and having been in with Lomachenko before your pro debut, you can go in with anyone like.
Now, we'll start with you, Aaron, but I wanted to get both your thoughts on this. Lomachenko is obviously a pound-for-pound supreme fighter. We expect him to face Teofimo in the near future. But in terms of the rest of the lightweight division, who do you think will establish himself as the best of the rest, so to speak? We've got the likes of Gervonta Davis is up there now, Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia, Teofimo. Who do you think will establish himself as the best fighter alongside Lomachenko at 135?
Yeah, lightweight's a packed division, so it is, and there's a lot of good talent going through. It's hard to know who's gonna win, but we'll find out within the next year when Teofimo fights Lomachenko, if it happens still. So we'll know there, and then Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia, they'll hopefully collide soon. That'd be a good fight.
Stevie, do you think Teofimo Lopez is capable of giving Vasyl Lomachenko any trouble?
He'll give Lomachenko, I think, a tricky fight, but it's going to be a lot closer fight than everyone thinks. But I think Vasyl Lomachenko has too much experience for him. His amateur experience alone is unbelievable, and then what he's did in the pro game already. But I think Vasyl beats Teofimo.
Now, lads, you touched on Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney. I'll get your thoughts on that fight in a second. It looks like we're on a sort of collision course to that fight. When you see young guys like that sort of on a collision course so earlier in their career to meet in such a big fight, does that sort of push you on to think, actually, I'm not that far away from being able to get into these kind of fights in the near future?
Yeah, definitely. The main goal is to always fight for the world title, and as soon as I'm ready to fight for a world title, I'll do it, and I have a good team behind me, Golden Boy and Sheer Sports, so they'll know when I'm ready.
Now, lads, I'll get you one by one. Stevie, I'll start with you. Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney, as we touched on, huge fight for the lightweight division, two unbeaten guys. Both seem to want the fight as well. Can you pick between them?
Yeah, it's hard to separate them. Both of them unbelievable talents, but it's too hard to call, I think. Devin Haney, very smart, gifted fighter, and Ryan Garcia has that punch power. He's knocking these guys out, but it'd be an interesting one. I think they fought in the amateurs, and it's 3-2. I think to Haney, so it's going to be a really exciting fight if it happens. But I'd look forward to watching that one.
Now, Aaron, I just want to sort of touch on a couple of things. 140 with you. I believe you sparred with Jose Carlos Ramirez. There's been a lot of talk about that undisputed fight. It looks like he and Josh Taylor, post-lockdown, are eventually working towards that undisputed fight. Is there anything you can see that makes you confident of picking an undisputed champion at 140?
Another hard one to call is, I think that's a 50-50 fight. Both top-class fighters, and both like to have a war too. So I think that's going to make for a very, very exciting fight, and probably could be fight of the year if it does happen.
Now, just to go back to you lads, I'm not going to keep you for too much longer, but I just want to touch on, everything I've seen behind you, talking about your father putting this gym together. You guys have been on the move from very early with boxing. Can you just try and summarize? I'll start with you, Stevie. What boxing actually means to your family? It seems from speaking to you guys, it was never going to be any other way other than boxing.
Yeah, boxing's our life. Growing up, that's all we did is lived and breathed the game. That's all we really think about is boxing. Like we train every day. We don't miss a session. We dedicated our whole life to it, and it's great that my mom and dad just spoke back on us the whole way. My dad's over with us in LA the whole time. He's training us as well, so he's out in the track in the early mornings with us. He's doing a lot of work with us, so we're very dedicated, and we want to go the whole way to the top.
Aaron, just to go to you with that same sort of question, was it ever going to be anything other than boxing for you?
Nah, no chance. Boxing's in our blood. Our father was a boxer and his father was a boxer, so it runs through the family, and no other way to do it than boxing. And the goal is to win the world title, and I'm going to train as hard as I can to do what I have to do and to win that world title.
Lads, before I get you go, I just wanted to touch on another matter, Irish boxing. I want to speak to you about Katie Taylor. It looks like she's set for a huge fight with Amanda Serrano. How confident are you that Katie will come through that mega fight, possibly the biggest fight in women's boxing history?
Yeah, that fight's huge. Katie's a huge fighter, and she's the best woman in the world in boxing, I think. And we did a lot of work with Katie over the years when we were younger. We used to spar with her a lot. She'd have the same dedication as us to the boxing. She lives and breathes the game as well, and I think Katie Taylor beats her. So it'll be an exciting fight, but I've no doubt that Katie will win.
Now, obviously, Katie's a sort of big name over in the UK now. We saw her over on the Joshua card at Madison Square Garden as well, with a lot of Irish support over in the US. You lads will know better than me. Could you just sum up for me, with, if you can, just how iconic Katie Taylor now is in your part of the world?
Yeah, she's massive. So she is. She's a inspiration for young boxers as well, for everyone even coming through, and it's brilliant what she's doing, and she's a credit to her country and the world.
Final one I'll leave you with, lads. Irish boxing's obviously, we've just spoke about Katie Taylor there in these huge title fights. We've got the likes of yourselves coming through, Paddy Donovan working with Andy Lee over there. How exciting times is this for Irish boxing? We could have a sort of plethora of superstars coming from Ireland in the near future.
Yeah, Irish boxing's booming at the minute. It's in the golden era of pro boxing in Ireland. A lot of young fighters are turning pro now, and it's going to be an exciting few years ahead. So you'll see a lot of good fighters coming out of Ireland winning world titles.
All right, lads. Well, look, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it, taking out the time out your schedule and your training routine to speak to me. All the best of everything. I'm sure I'll catch you very soon, and good luck when you actually get a fight date eventually as well.
All right, thanks very much.
Thank you.